Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another episode of In the End. There's always a Disney guide. We wish you a Merry Christmas. Let me stop playing. No, but I really do hope you're feeling the cheer, the joy of this Christmas. I would say, honestly, 2022 doesn't really feel like a Christmassy year. It feels like it. I see the lights hanging up. But don't y'all just think about like back in the 2000s when like every neighborhood, like there was not one neighborhood that wasn't shining bright like a diamond. Like, don't y'all miss those years? Like, I was born in the 2000s, as you can obviously tell by my voice. But one of the greatest things about the decade of the 2000s is that that's like those are like the most coziest years. Like those are the most coziest, just memorable years. I would say for me, the most memorable grade levels for me were like not kindergarten because I don't really remember all the way back. I would say from first grade because I can remember some stuff from first grade. Yeah, I can remember some stuff from first grade. So I would say from first grade, pre-K to kindergarten. I remember kindergarten a little bit. My kindergarten teacher was Miss Ford. She was amazing. So I never told y'all this, but you know, um, everybody knows I've told y'all this last season. I've been through a lot emotionally. I just hate flashbacks and stuff like that because it makes me sad. Because as many joyous memories I've had, there's also many sad ones, like a lot of sad ones. The joyous parts, I would say, like as far because I went to private school. I went to private school two from 2006 when I first started pre-K. I remember all my teachers. My pre-K teacher was Miss Jensen. I love Miss Jensen. I remember when I had a birthday party, and everything for Miss Jensen. I had a birthday party in like almost all my grade levels. There was Miss Jensen. Miss Ford was my kindergarten teacher. My first grade teacher was Miss Powell. My second grade teacher, was Miss Dryden. My third grade teacher, oh, Miss Franklin. I love Miss Franklin so much. Or Miss Jamu. Miss Jamu. I haven't said her name in like a while. I believe it's Miss Jamu. I hope I'm saying it correctly. Or Jam. Yeah. I remember her very very clearly because my mom was invited to her wedding. Miss Franklin, Miss Jamu, I, I'm just gonna say Miss Franklin because I don't want to say her. I don't want to say her married name wrong because I think I'm saying it wrong because I haven't said it in so long. But Miss Franklin, she invited me to her wedding, um, and I was dressed up in my little suit. Those were all memorable moments, man. And I was with my friend Bryson and his mom, and we were all invited. All the teachers at the school were invited. Obviously, Miss Perry, the office person, she was in the wedding. I hate talking about this stuff because it makes me sad. Like, those were such memorable moments. Like, um, in that school, I had so many moments. Like, I grew up in that private school. Now let me say something. This private school was both black and white. It wasn't all white. The name of the private school is Chicago Westside Christian School. Yeah, Chicago Westside Christian School. Go check them out, cwscs.org. I still remember all my friends, Corey, Jabari, Mariasia, Paul, Leo, Lavelle, Genesis, Jaden. I don't remember all of them, but I remember most of them. I don't remember all their names, but I remember most of their names, though. I still remember Corey, Leo, uh, Lavelle, Paul. Yeah, I remember all their names. I just can't remember. Um, I can't remember. It's a lot. It's just a lot. I remember when we were because it's a private school. There's a chapel in the building. On Wednesdays, every Wednesday we would, you know, dance and sing and pray and stuff like that, sing and stuff. I remember we had our song, I am a CH, I am a CHRASTIAN, hee ha. Those bring back so many memories. The chapel was big, the gym was big. Um, my fourth grade teacher was Miss Ingbers. Yeah, Miss Ingbers. Miss Ingbers was the fourth grade teacher. I remember her too because I made her cry with something I said. So Miss Ingbers was a white teacher. Well, let me say this because I don't want to make it sound like I'm being like. Let me say who are all the black and white teachers. So, my pre-K teacher was white, Miss Jensen. My kindergarten teacher was white, Miss Ford. My first grade teacher, Miss Powell, was black. My second grade teacher, Miss Dryden, was white. My third grade teacher, Miss Franklin, was black. My fourth grade teacher, Miss Ingbers, was white. I made her cry because we were talking about a sensitive subject that had to do with racism because she teaches history. One of her classes is history. So, um, I had made a comment, and I never forgot the comment. I've always remembered it shockingly, but I had said there are days where I wish that I was white so I wouldn't have to suffer as bad as if I was being black. It didn't it wasn't exactly said it like that, but it was around that ballpark. I remember saying that I wished I was white. I remember saying that, and I remember saying I wish I was white because for the black thing that I said, the reason of why I didn't want to be black because of the things that black people were experiencing. I remember saying that part to her. I just don't remember how I said it to her. She started crying and she walked out. So I felt horrible. Like she started crying and because of what I said. I don't know if because I made her feel bad, but it was the truth. Like back then, in private school, when I was in private school, I saw a lot. I learned a lot and I seen a lot on the news. And partial of that was racism. And there were days where I felt like I wish I was white. I'm not gonna lie and say that I didn't, wish that because it's the truth. And then for and then my fifth grade teacher was Miss Daniels. She was black. She's black too. Miss Daniels was an amazing teacher. She was a singer as well. Tiffany Daniels, that's her full name. My sixth grade teacher, so sixth grade through eighth, when it comes to those grade levels, it gets more intense because private schools, middle school was like a lot. Because middle school, you're getting towards the end. So Miss Perez was the sixth grade teacher, which she was really strict. Miss Amarino was our seventh grade teacher, and um, our eighth grade teacher was Miss Wiltshire. She was the middle school math teacher. Our music teacher was Miss Hibbler. Um, yeah, our principal was my principal back then when I was at the school was Miss Harris and Miss Post. I don't know who it is now. But yeah, I've had a lot of memorable moments in that school. Like I remember like the concerts we had at night because we used to do like plays at night when especially with Miss Franklin. We would do plays. I remember there was one time I got an infraction. So in private schools, in this one, there was a system that they use. So RenWeb was their grading system, like how they put in grades and stuff like that. And so they also put in things called infractions. So it's like this disciplinary thing. So if you get 3 infractions within like a day, you got to start in school, which means you have to sit at the office for the entire day. If you get 3 infractions like within a quarter, a week, a month, you have to serve detention after school. Um, Obviously, if you do something like really serious like stealing or something, I don't think you'll get expelled, but I think you'll get suspended. You get suspended when you steal if you steal something, let you steal something. Of course, if it's repetitive, like it's continuously happening, you're gonna get expelled most likely. If it's something like drugs or something, you're gonna get expelled. Like anything that's past stealing, like drugs and all that, you're gonna get expelled because they don't do stuff like that. And most likely they're gonna call the police because it's a private school. So that's how private schools operate. But I had a lot of memories in that school. I remember when I had a birthday party and I had got an infraction, and I didn't want to take it home, and I signed it myself, and I turned it back, but the teacher knew that it was me that signed it because she knows my mom's handwriting. So it was my birthday that day, and so she was supposed to call her and let her know that, I forged her signature and lied and said that I told her about it and I did it. And so instead of her doing that, because it was my birthday, and this is why I love Miss Franklin, she was always an amazing teacher. She she ripped up the infraction when my mom came with the food and stuff, and I was on the floor like thanking God because I was like, whew, anything that could ruin that moment, and that would have been it. But Miss Franklin was such an amazing teacher. And then it's so much that happened I can't even remember. But yeah, I've had so many memorable moments in that school. It's crazy how time just flows by. It's crazy. I just miss that school so much. All of my friends, just everybody, the memories that I had in that school. It was amazing. Man, those were like, I know, like when you're in elementary school, you always can't wish to, you can't wait till you start high school, but it's stuff like those memories that make you wish that you were back in middle school or elementary school. Or for me, private school, because it was just amazing. But I hope you enjoyed that little special little thing I got to tell y'all about me and my school life. Um, um, but I hope you enjoyed this episode. You guys already know what to do. I'm not gonna tell you. And yeah, I hope you're having a very amazing day, enjoying the Christmas month. And yeah, bye bye, guys.